Let me just ask you to put your human rights hat on and look at home. You've seen these ICE raids that have been ordered by the administration of migrants, and you also know that some of them happened right around the time that those massacres happened in El Paso and Dayton. And in fact, the acting head of the Homeland Security admitted the timing of the raids was unfortunate. You also tweeted quite a provocative statement, having just come back from Yad Vashem, the Holocaust Memorial in Israel. And it was a letter from Senator Taft saying, you said, I just visited the Yad Vashem Holocaust Remembrance Center in Jerusalem and saw this 1939 letter from Senator Robert Taft on why he was voting against admitting Jewish refugees to the United States. Please read it and think about how life has changed. And apparently, Taft at the time, you say, suggested sending Jewish refugees to colonies in Asia or Africa. What are you saying? What was your message?
In 1939, the United States turned away Jewish refugees seeking asylum in our country. And of course, we didn't know what was going to happen. The concentration camps, the gas chambers had not been set up. There was not yet mass killing in Europe. There was just persecution. And we know the consequence of that decision, that almost all of them perished. And so after the Second World War, we promised ourselves we would not do that again. We would provide shelter for people who were fleeing death, who were fleeing the worst kinds of persecution around the world. And my point was we have now an administration that is making exactly the same arguments as the isolationists in the 1930s who wanted to turn their backs on human suffering around the world. And we know where that led. I will do everything in my power as a member of Congress to make sure we do not go back to that cruel, heartless, and ultimately self-defeating approach to the problems of the world.